For those of you who don't know me or haven't met me yet tonight, I'm Brock's younger brother, and honored to stand next to him tonight as his best man. I'd like to say a few words to congratulate Brock and Beth on this very special day and share a few memories I have with the two of them. Now, ever since I was younger, when I would get really, really excited, I like to shake my hands a lot. I can't really explain how excited I am today, so maybe this will help. Let's say I get an A on a test. Packers win the Super Bowl. Brock and Beth get married. Brock. Having you as an older brother has truly been the best. We have so many fun memories, from sleeping bag football games up in the bonus room when we were little, to hoisting me up for some celebratory push-ups at my first Notre Dame football game. I loved our summers and winters up in Eau Claire. Not only did you teach me how to catch chipmunks, squirrels, and cardinals in animal traps, but you showed me how to have fun in any situation. I've always enjoyed the ping pong games at home, even though I almost always lose, and other games we played with Gretchen and Audrey. They're competitive, of course, but you always find a way to teach one of us something along the way. You have set the example as an older sibling, and you're someone I look to as an example of a humble leader. One of my favorite memories with you is our trip up to Notre Dame with Dad during your junior year. Playing basketball on the Rock, talking with Father Hesburgh, and praying at the grotto are among the many highlights. You have helped show me the importance of faith and continue to offer great advice as I make decisions of my own in college. I've talked a little bit about Brock. I'd like to spend some time with Beth. Her first visit. Now at the time, I was the board game champion of the Friedman household. Brock stood no chance. Now, on Beth's first visit, she came to Raleigh, came into our home, and kicked my butt in every board game we owned. Her wit was truly unmatched. Her visits were filled with fun games, delicious food thanks to my mother, and fond memories. But it wasn't always easy staying at the Friedman house. It was the day before Beth was flying back out to Chicago. Brock was already gone. Beth was outside happily raking leaves, and Audrey was playing fetch with Sky. Audrey winds up to throw the baseball across the yard, and BAM! Accidentally hits Beth right in the head. The next thing we know, we're in the urgent care. Not only did Beth come back to visit us, but she came back and visited us for Thanksgiving. We have a traditional Thanksgiving with the Mistro family, and Beth fit right in. She knew how important family was to all of us, and I could tell how important family was to her. She was comfortable with Gretchen, Audrey, and me. Her down-to-earth personality and loving presence was felt from our family from the start. Brock, it means so much to be celebrating this day with you. I know I'll look back on today with great joy. Beth, welcome to the family. Brock and Beth, it is so great to look around the room and see the tremendous amount of love and support from close family and friends for your marriage. To Beth and Brock Friedman,
so I just wanted to take this opportunity to say a few words about my big sister, Beth. So, as her younger sister, I have had the blessing of knowing Beth for all of my life. So, I've gotten to know her pretty well. I know Beth as extremely caring excessively caring and maybe even a little bit forcefully caring. She's so caring, in fact, that on the day I was born, she just up and decided I needed a baby blanket, and she was gonna be the one who brought it to the hospital for me. And then she brought it to me every day for 3 years because I'm a child, and how do I get attached to it on my own unless somebody tells me I'm going to be? At a young age, I was forced to learn that Beth is very strong-willed and persistent. She came up to me when I was in the 3rd grade and told me, Cassie, I think it's time that you start wearing a little more pink and a little less black. And then here I am today, and she has me wearing pink, very fitting, 13 years later. I know Beth as my sweet and kind big sister. She was never sweet enough to let me into the room to play Barbies with her. She regularly locked me out. But as we grew older and we lived across the hall from each other, she always kept her door open, and I would go in there every night and talk to her. And she even opened her door again for me one last time last night. At our last sister sleepover, and I kept her up way too late. It was bad, but I'm really appreciative. And through all 21 years of my life, I have known Beth as my role model and best friend, and I'm so happy that she found someone who's truly so deserving of her. God, I'm a wreck. Someone who is the perfect complement to her extreme weirdness. Someone who's always willing to lend a helping hand, even if it's midnight the night before his wedding and I'm knocking on his door like, how do I write a speech? And he was just so genuine and kind, and he told me not to keep his Wi-Fi up too late. And so I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, Brock. For always putting up with the incessant baby voice that comes out every time she has to come home, for always listening to her whiny, Brock, whenever you do anything wrong or anything she wants you to think is wrong. And I want to thank you for loving my big sister the way she deserves to be loved. Beth, I wanted to say thank you for showing me immense love throughout all of the years of my life. And I hope that you and Brock can share the same love for all of the rest of the days of yours. Thank you. To Beth and Brock.